So Arthur Mills and the athletes in there. He's done a 32nd personal best this year. Steven Bryce on the inside, 4:07. He was 6th at the recent Paris Para Grand Prix. So O'Hara on the outside there, 4:06. He is the guy with the best personal best. Derek Rae just sprinting, trying to get on terms with these 1500-metre specialists. Always seemed in the London Marathon, big half, a lot of the road 10Ks. Often trains out at altitude with our British athletics athletes when they go and do their altitude training. Derek Rae having to probably just build up his speed and watch these other men run away down the track. McNiven taking up the lead early doors, 33 through the first 200. 66, that's right about that being inside his personal best. The other guys have run around that 4:7. That's what that even pace would give you. But McKibben just trying to run away from this field at this stage. Pretty quick through this first lap. O'Hara at the back of the field, the fastest personal best. At the back of that group, apologies. O'Hara in the blue and yellow vest, just working himself up into the top 3. 65 first lap, pretty quick. 4:03 pace that is out there, so that would be a personal best for all these athletes. Steven Bryce taking his turn at the front. He was, like I said, 6th at that recent Paris Para Grand Prix. He is the England champion as well. So he takes over from James McNiven there. Keen to keep this pace moving. Steven Bryce has run underneath 4:10 quite a few times, so he can be confident in his pacing here, wearing his Scottish vest. We've talked a number of times about limited race opportunities for our para athletes this year, so it is great to see them get a shot here at the Manchester Regional Arena and the Muller UK Championships. Steven Bryce, nervous look over his shoulder. He'll see 2 to go. A few Scottish athletes have really excelled over the 1500 so far this weekend. Laura Muir sprinting away from that women's field to take the title, and it was a Scottish 1-2-3 on the men's side with Jake Whiteman, Neil Gawley and Josh Kurt. So Steven Bryce looking to keep the 1500-metre titles over with Scotland. He's managing to maintain that gap over the rest of the field. That's a 70 seconds, so they've gone 65 and then 70. And here comes Derek Rae. He's probably still accelerating. As a marathon runner, he's probably still building up his pace through this 1500. I don't think I've ever seen Derek do a 1500. He must have, because he's got a season's best and personal best of 4:18, but he's moving through the field.
Now, Hannah, I know he's a marathon runner and he's been running for 2.5 minutes, but you think he's still accelerating since the gun?
Perhaps, you know, he's still going. He can't go as fast as these other guys in the first few laps. He's building this momentum. So 2/3 through the race. And Derek Rae, the highest position so far. Can Steven Bryce make it a 3rd Scottish title over the 1500-metre discipline? Laura Muir's done it, Jake Whiteman's doing it. Can Steven Bryce hold on? That gap has increased ever so slightly. That's a good time through the bell, 3:07. They could still be on for a 4:10 clocking if Steven Bryce can lift his pace in this final circuit. He did a 65 and then a 70, and that's a 68, so that's good. Steven Bryce is running the fastest he's run in a few laps, and he looks like he's really lifted his pace. Sound of that bell, always a welcome noise to any 1500-metre runner, and Steven Bryce looked like he enjoyed it as well. Coming through with 200 metres to go, the athletes are starting to catch him a tiny bit behind. The likes of O'Hara and Wolf, they've managed to pull themselves away from Derek Rae in the end. Derek Rae being found wanting for a tiny bit of speed as we move towards the end of this 1500. But here's Steven Bryce, but keep your eye out for Wolf. Wolf is finishing fast. He's got a 4:8 personal best, and O'Hara fancies a go as well. O'Hara is the fastest in the field, but Steven Bryce has timed this to perfection. The clock just slipping over to 4:10. Great win from Steven Bryce. Looking to turn the tables on Kieran O'Hara, the faster on paper. But Steven Bryce makes it 3 Scottish wins out of 3 here at the UK Championships over 1500.
It's confirmation of that win for Steve Bryce in that Paralympic 1500 final. Kieran O'Hara in 2nd place, just over a second down. Daniel Wolf in 3rd. Derek Rae setting personal best nonetheless, the 5AC man with 4th place, 4:15.97.